Shai Dollz, and I'm back with another video. If you read the title, you already know what we're here to do. I'm going to show you how to do your eyebrows the most natural looking way, honey. Yes, let's get it. The first thing that I use is bulky, doesn't really have a curve to it. This is optional for you, but the reason why I use a razor or shaver is so that I can get the shape that I want. I totally recommend this for anyone that has a very it doesn't really have the shape that you want. But as you can see right here, I'm just taking off the bottom right here where my eyebrow curves, because I know underneath that line I'm not going to be drawing there, and I don't want any hair there because I want my eyebrows to look the most natural. So just taking off that bottom part. And I'll also use a tweezer, so this is also optional, but I use a tweezer so I can get the teeny hairs. It's really, I'm just being a perfectionist. It's not very necessary. Go ahead and get your brow pencil. Mine is by Go Brow, and it's in the shade dark brown. The first thing I'm going to do is just brush out my eyebrows. And this is, I'm doing it a specific way. This is a key thing to the look. You want to make sure that the hairs are going and falling naturally. You don't want to brush them out vertically and then draw it on diagonally. It just won't match and it won't look natural. Another key thing to make sure that you do is make sure that your pencil is sharpened. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to sharpen my pencil because I need it to be sharp so that I can make the lines look like hair. This is key. Right here, I'm just drawing some very thin hair-like lines, very short strokes so that I can fill my eyebrow. You see it looks full? I'm just going to pause it so you can see. This is what you want. You want your brows to look full. You don't want any spaces or gaps. This isn't the finished look. Right here I'm just doing the other brow, but this is not the finished look. This is just the beginning, honey. This is how you get your brows to look the most natural. Just fill it in. Just fill it in first. Make sure your brow is full so that you can see where you're going to be tracing. You're going to outline the hair. So you want to make sure that your brow looks full before you start to outline. Okay, so right here I'm not outlining. I'm just filling it in, filling in the other side so that they can both look like full brows. And now as you can see, my thin brows are now full. Next step is going to be outlining. So if you haven't already filled it in, you need to go and fill it in first. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and outline the brows. We're going to start at the bottom, at the very bottom, at the peak of the brow, closest to the nose right here. Draw a line right under your hairs, or if you can, right directly on the hairline, and stop right there, right before you get to the arch. You see? And I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side, starting from the peak. And I'm just going to trace right underneath that hairline and stop right here at the arch. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and get to the arch. I'm just going to draw some short lines, just so that I don't mess it up. Just short lines. Stop, take a look, get back into it. All right, short lines. Short lines. Stop, take a look, make sure it looks good, and then we're going to go ahead on to the other side. Okay, take it very slow, very short strokes. Pause in between, look at it just to make sure everything is looking good. All right. You see that both sides look very similar. They're never going to look exactly the same, but they do look very similar, and it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it so you guys can see what I just did here with that bottom line looking good. Okay, you can see that it is forming. So in the next step, I'm going to go ahead and show you two different methods of how to draw the top line. Alright, so right here I am going to do two different methods, so they'll be different on each brow. But for this brow, I'm going to start right here, starting with short strokes right along the hairline. Okay, if you have brows, right along the hairline. If you don't have brows, then you'll make your own arch and you'll just shape it up later. You definitely want to do short strokes, and you definitely want to stop and pause. Make sure everything looks good. If you're a beginner, But if you're not a beginner like me, you don't really have to stop and pause to make sure everything looks good. So again, if your brows are not like mine, if your brows are not thick or bulky, you can over trace your eyebrow so you can get the shape that you want. Alright, so on this brow right here, it's finished. This is the faded one, but on this brow, we're going to start right there at the peak, just like we did on the bottom line when we're outlining the bottom of the brow. And I'm just doing the same thing, short strokes all the way through. But these are the differences. One is bulky in the beginning, and the other one is faded in the beginning. They'll usually end up looking the same if you brush it out enough. But I just want to show you the difference. Okay, I'm just fixing a little something right here. I think I need to fix, but this is it. This is the difference. Right, now for the next step, I'm going to go ahead and just fill in my eyebrows. I'm just filling it in again. There is a difference with this fill though. This isn't to get the eyebrows to look full. Honestly, it is, but more specifically, I'm getting the detail. So at the very tail of it, I'm making it thick, very, very, very thick, solid, bulky. In the middle, you want to make sure that your brow hairs are going the same direction as the pencil, and the pencil is going the same direction as your brow hairs. So you see the way that I'm stroking the hairs in there, it's the same way that my brows are laying. Okay, so that's how that is here. Now I'm going to move over to the next brow, and we're just going to do the same thing. Make sure that the tail is very thick, very bulky, because that's how I like mine. If you like your brows to be bulky from the tail all the way to the tip, you know, to each its own. But me personally, I like for the very peak of my brows to be faded and less bulky, less dense, because I think that looks the most natural. And that's the reason why I wanted to show you the difference, because for the left side, it is more bulky. For the right side, I like this brow better because it starts off fading at the very, very peak at the front of the brow, and then at the back of the brow, it's solid. But for the left side, it is pretty much the same way, but I think it's more bulky because it is a boxy shape at the front of the brow. But if I had to choose, I would definitely choose the right side because it looks more natural to me, and we want the most natural look. And at the end of the video, I am going to make both of them look very similar. They're going to look like the same just by brushing it out. And by brushing it out, I'm just fading the brow. So I'm just going to brush out the front of the brow, which I call the peak. And that's just what's going to fade it out on the other brow as well to make them look similar. You don't want to brush out the bottom of the brow. You don't want to brush out the back of the brow, the tip, the wing, the arch, the the tip of the brow, the very back of the brow. You don't want to brush that part out because it'll make it look just thinner, and especially if you don't have much eyebrows back there, you're just going to take off the makeup. You don't want to do that. So I only brush out the front, and after I brush it, I use my spoolie, which is what I just showed you, to just run across the outline of the brow. So just right across that hairline, just so that I can get the hairs that I brushed up to lay down with the line. That way, the outline of the eyebrow looks very defined without you even having to use any concealer. Especially when you're just only doing your brows and you're not doing a full face, you don't want to wear any concealer because you can tell like it's not the same as your skin, and you can tell that you're wearing some makeup, right? And who wants to look like they're wearing makeup if they're not even wearing makeup? And I also have one more thing that I do, because right here you can tell that I've got some of that excess makeup from using the spoolie underneath my brow, and you don't want that to show either. So I'm just going to show you what I do to get rid of that. All right, so after all of those steps, we're finally at the last step, and that is to get you a Q-tip. Go get you a Q-tip, girl. All right, you're gonna get you a Q-tip just so that you can get all of the excess makeup around the edges of that outline that you made for your brow. And this is usually what you would do with concealer, but you're gonna just use a wet Q-tip, honey, because we don't want it to look like makeup. We do not want it to look like makeup. So you're just going to take all of that excess makeup out and off from around the outline of your brow, just to get the most natural look, honey. You're gonna be glowing. You're gonna be glowing after this. It's not gonna be no matte makeup underneath your brows, or it ain't gonna be no bright line or anything. This is going to look natural, honey. Do you hear me? Natural. This is what you came for. All right? Okay. So this is the finished look. It's looking very natural, looking very good. You know it, and I know it. All right. I just wanted to show you guys one last thing I really wanted to share with you, where I got my jewelry, where I got my shirts, super cute, and lastly, where I got these really cute earrings. They all came from the same place. Can you guess it? If you said Shein, yes, girl, it came from Shein. If you said that, comment down below. Everything's gonna be in the description. I'm gonna link everything in the description. My shirt is a size 2. It's an extra small. It is too small for me. So if you can base that off of how it looks on me right now, that could be very helpful to you. But it is too small. I should have gotten a small instead of an extra small. But I'm super, super, super happy that I was able to get this video out, because, girl, I know the struggles, okay? I know the struggles. I used to have the same struggles when I was trying to do my eyebrows. If you are looking for a easier, even easier method for the most, comment down below, because I do have an even easier method with you guys. For anyone out there, I really hope that you're able to get this down pat. Comment down below, honey, because I'm gonna hook you up. Yeah, that's the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave me some likes. Please leave me some comments if you have any questions. If you want me to make a video about how to shape your eyebrow up using the shaver, then you can definitely comment down below, and if I see your comment, I'm definitely making that video. And also, if you don't know how to tweeze your eyebrows or tweeze your unibrow or anything, comment down below, let me know that, so that I can make a video about that. And I also have a method that is painless. So yeah, just comment down below, you guys, because I am very, very excited to continue this journey with you guys, and post everything that you guys want to see. Post all of that content you guys want to see, whether it be beauty, whether it be something funny. I know you guys like my pranks. So I'm definitely gonna try to see if I can get some more of those. And I'm also thinking about going out into the world, like where there's usually a lot of people, and like going around and asking people like certain things. I don't know. It'll be different, but this channel is definitely about to go up. So comment down below any other videos or any questions. Comment down below. Comment down below. Comment down below. For real, because I really need you guys to work with me. I really need you guys to be active with me, so I can know what you guys want to see, and I can be posting it. Yes. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and close out the video. You guys already know the ending. It's Shai Dollz with an I, not a Y. You know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe, baby. Come on to the Dollz family, honey. Yes. All right, let me get up out of here because I'm looking good.